Okay, we are here at Spezi 2018 with our good friends at ICE. Chris Parker is here with me, and we're going to talk today about three new concept trikes that ICE has brought to show the world. And I think, Chris, if we could, let's just start out with a brief description of what you brought here.
Sure. Well, we've decided to let our design team free for a little while, free from the constraints of producing stuff that's got to be sold in the next few weeks, to just imagine the future. That was the brief we gave them, and said, okay, what do you think the future might be? So we came up with some ideas. Basically, racing is close to all of our hearts. We're hoping to send a team of at least 10 to the World Championships coming up in the summer in the UK. We're all very excited about that. So we've designed a racing trike, arguably for the future. What would the future racing trike look like? We also have produced a hardcore off-road machine, cross-country, a recumbent trike designed for uphill as well as downhill, and we have a serious multi-use vehicle. It's off-road capable, it's a hand cycle or not, so it's a very adaptable machine as well. So those are the three broad quick outline of the basic machines that we've brought. We can look at them in detail in a moment.
Absolutely, yeah, that's a lot of new stuff. So we're going to give you all a peek at what Chris is talking about right now. Chris, this amazing looking trike, tell me what this is.
Well, this is part of our concept booth, and the concept booth is all about theatre. This is a show, so we wanted to bring a little bit of theatre to the whole thing, which is why we've got the lighting system and the whole thing fading in and out, just to make it a little bit exciting. Spezi is always exciting, we wanted to add a little bit more. So this is our concept race trike. Obviously designed to be built in carbon fibre, ultralight, extremely low, 4-inch seat height for ultimate cornering, a 10-degree seat angle because it's all about speed, is all about aero. Okay, so very low, very reclined, has tank steering. So you will notice when you look carefully at it, there is no crossbar and there is no track rod going across between the front wheels. Get that out of the airstream, you go faster, okay? We have obviously full carbon wheels all around, and basically this is your ultimate, or our idea of the ultimate race trike.
Now, so as a concept vehicle, what are your plans for this, though? This is going to go in production. Is this going to be seen at the race that you talked about, the World Championship race? What's the plan on this?
We are putting all these ideas forward as concepts. They're all concept vehicles. Whether we go into production or not, well, that's to a certain extent down to your viewers and our customers. If we get feedback that says, I want one of these, if you have to ask how much, you probably can't afford it, but if you've got deep pockets and you want something like this, then tell us. Get on our website, you'll find a page there where you can register your interest, and yeah, if this is your idea of the future too, then we'll go for it. If you've got some suggestions, say, yeah, I like that, but get in touch with us, let us know. The more feedback we get, the more likelihood this is going to be reality.
So now tell us a little bit about this. Ah, look at the light just came on here. What do we have here?
The ultimate off-road trike. Full suspension, long travel, full suspension, as you can imagine. Massive, stiff frame in the center for the ultimate in control. We've done a lot of work on the geometry of this. This is not just a trike with suspension. We have done a lot of research on this. The guys got a little bit carried away. The idea of this was that it was just going to be a concept trike and they were just going to look good. But of course, ICE being ICE, we want the darn things to work as well. So the guys did a ton of work, and this is actually the second machine that we have put together because they weren't happy with the first one. It looked great, but they wanted more. So we gave them a bit more time, and they've produced the second machine, and it's a blast. It's an absolute blast, this machine. I wish I could let you ride it, but unfortunately, it's just a concept.
I can only conceptualize riding it.
You can only conceptualize
okay.
What that machine is. Basically, it does what it says on the tin, and it says off-road awesome.
Chris, this is the third trike. Tell us a little about this.
So we got quite a lot going on here. There's kind of three projects in one in this booth. So we have an off-road machine based heavily on technology we're already using in production. Okay, that's the idea of this, that it's an off-road machine but using a lot of existing parts and technologies that are time proven. So 6 inches of travel on the front, 7 inches of travel on the rear. Proper off-roader. Okay, we have also attached to this a hand cycle attachment. Now that, we were considering making a hand cycle, and then we thought, well, if we make a hand cycle, that's one machine. That doesn't serve the hand cycle community as well as a range, and we like to give people choice. So we said, well, why don't we make an attachment that will actually attach to any of our trikes, which can then also
convert over.
So this machine can be foot, hand and foot, or just hand.
Wow.
Okay, and that, if we go into production with the hand cycle attachment, that will be the case for all our machines. So this, because this machine is heavily based on our current production, the hand cycle will swap straight over and indeed does fit on everything we produce, which is quite an exciting thing for us. We're quite excited about that because now we could offer a range of 6 hand cycles. Cool. Okay, now, plus maybe this machine if we choose to put it into production as well. We've also, in the back of this machine, you will notice we have the Copenhagen wheel, which is not something we're currently selling, something we've loved since we first saw the concept of it. I'm sure you'll get to speak to the guys here at Superdestrian later. They will tell you all about that. It's an awesome piece of kit. It's just such a great retrofit, so easy.
And I would guess there's probably plenty of Copenhagen wheels on your trikes right now as it is, people that installed them themselves.
I'm sure there is. It's such an easy retrofit. The batteries and everything in the back wheel, super powerful, great piece of kit. I mean, yeah, if you want the ultimate electric trike, you'll need the 6,000 or 8,000 Shimano steps that we'll be talking about later on. So that's why it's on the concept trike, because this is about looking to the future, and we think those guys are also looking to the future.
Okay, that sounds great. So folks, there you have it, the 3 different trikes that are concept from ICE, and keep looking at what's going on. Give Chris and ICE your feedback, right? And let them know what you think about it.
What you think? Absolutely. That's the point of this show, and that's what all this theatre is about. Finding out what people think.
If you want to see these things in production, let them know.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.